So welcome to the round 6 video. I don't know why I had that in my hand. Today we scored 2,259 and we're ranked 452. So that's pretty good, I think. Lucky for Whitfield went down. Count your blessings, I guess. So really lucky on that one. So his break even's 200. So yeah, gonna get him pretty cheap, I think. Hopefully he's okay. Looked like a nasty cork injury. Okay, so we'll look at the team. Okay. So as you can see, my defense is worth nothing pretty much. Brody Smith is D1 at the moment. So yeah, we traded Miller to Caleb Daniel. I was this close to doing it, trading in Marshall. If I did, I would have copped a donut. So, but yeah, happy with Daniel. Looked a bit more reliable. Talk about him after anyway. So Brody Smith was very good. Pretty easy fixture coming up. So I think they have Fremantle this week who are playing okay. So very happy with him. They need to tag Brody Smith. Whoever's playing Brody Smith, I think. But yeah, playing very well. Williams is an interesting one. Started slow. I still think he was underdone, but I think maybe he's coming good now. Last week he scored 91, but he just turned it over. But he looked back to his old self. So yeah, pretty happy with Williams, and yeah, I was testing my patience, but didn't have a choice but to hold him. So happy with that. Darcy Moore is making a bit of money, which is good. Still gonna hold him a little bit longer. Probably get managed soon. So just if I need to do an upgrade in the forward line, he can help, sort of thing. Switching him up. And Scrimshaw, I don't know why I have the captain on Scrimshaw. I did not captain him. I captained Neil this week. And I also had Dursma on field over Scrimshaw. So I got the right rookies, so pretty lucky. Marty Hoare, I think we can just play him on field if you have him. Bit unlucky if you got rid of him because he shouldn't have been in the team. But then he was a late in, and now he's pretty much the top 3 player at that club at the moment. Maybe top 5 player at the club. Which says a lot about what's going on at Melbourne. But nonetheless, happy with the defence. I don't know how I'm going to afford all the expensive guys. Should be interesting. So yeah. Now in the midfield, Cripps had a down week, got tagged. That's fine. Lockie O'Neill, very good again. I watched 3 quarters of this game, and the quarter I missed was the 3rd quarter, and I think he got about 90 points, 80 points in that quarter alone. So yeah, he's a machine, but I think we'll vice-captain him this week. I think we'll vice-captain Grundy, actually. We'll go Grundy into Neil. Or Grundy into Cripps. I don't know, haven't made up my mind yet. So Jackson Mccray, yeah, dropped a few bad scores as people were about to start upgrading, so maybe another week you guys can start jumping on Mccray if you don't have him. Just had a bit of a down 2 weeks. Still had 29 touches this week, so still love him. So not going to trade him. Hell no, trading Mccray. Don't even know why I brought that up, but that's okay. He's doing fine. Dogs are struggling a little bit at the moment, and yeah. So Matt Crouch 104. That's fine. Sloan was tagged by Steele. That is not great for me, obviously. So yeah, copped a double. Not double negative, but I don't know. Double down scores from both of them. So Sloan's been okay. A little bit concerned. A little bit. But working very hard. Just not finding the pill. And yeah, Steele we're just holding there. So Sam Walsh is M7. Could be M6 pretty soon. But yeah, Walsh and Constable, keep playing them on field, I think. I've seen Geelong's draw. It's a joke the next 4 weeks. So, yeah, hold Constable. Did have managed time on ground. Still got 80. So, yeah, he's pretty good. And the rookies aren't doing a whole lot. Butters' break even is 27, I think. So you can hold him another week if you want. And same with Atkins. So his break even is 25. So yeah, you can hold them if you want. Now the Rucks pretty much carried the team along with Neil this week. So yeah, I think that's fine. So didn't want Gorn to drop too much, but I think if you have Mumford, he's doing fine as well. He's somehow averaging 100, even though he had a year off on, I don't know, boxing and going on holidays pretty much. So, yeah, maybe doing other stuff that I won't mention, but yeah. So the forward line, Trav Boak is now the #1 forward by a fair way. So, yeah, he's playing unbelievable. It's hard to see him slow down. If you don't have him, I think maybe after the first buy, grab him. That way you have 3 trades and it's just convenient. So that's what I would do with Trav Boak if I didn't have him. But yeah, playing unreal. So yeah, happy to have him. And Dangerfield scored, I think, nearly 150 in Dream Team. Just butchered it, I think. So that's fine. I don't know what Isaac Heaney's problem is. I think with Buddy Franklin out, I think he had to go forward. I didn't see the game, but that would be my guess. So not much I can do. I'm not going to trade him out again. So hopefully he's okay. But yeah, when he played full-time mid, we saw what he could do. So yeah, hopefully Longmire, someone slaps him across the head or something. That's what I would do. Anyway, he deserves it. So he's already ruining Mills anyway. Anyway, that's enough on that. So Caleb Daniel I brought in, played really well, and I'm starting to think, I had doubts maybe because the Bulldogs, they like to change positions a lot. I think he's played so well in that role. I assume he's done that role in the preseason, and he did it in the back end of last year. So I'm pretty sure I'm not 100% sure, but it seems almost a sure thing that he stays playing halfback. So yeah, benefiting from the kick-in rules and getting plenty of touches. So big fan of Daniel. So yeah, still a reasonable price as well if you want to get him in. So yeah, and Drew was okay. Plays Collingwood. I think that's a rough matchup for midfielders on the opposition team. So I'm going to hold Drew. His break even is 4. So yeah, definitely hold him. But might have a rough one on field. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. But just purely on the matchup. Brought in Liam Baker. Played really well, Baker. So yeah, his work rate is massive. So, and he's small pressure forward sort of thing, can move up the ground. Pretty much made to play for Richmond, this guy. So yeah, Noah Bolter scored 30. That's really good for him. And still have Bynes. So trades for this week. I don't really want to get rid of Butters. I'm thinking to bring in Hayes. Whoops. Say we'll trade Atkins for some reason Butters plays really good against when he plays away. I don't know why. It's a bit weird. So maybe we'll hold Butters this week. Trade Atkins. I don't really want to trade Atkins, but I think I'll talk about Hayes in the agenda. And then we'll make another trade. I think Clark's coming back. But we'll go early on a rookie. What could possibly go wrong? I did it, I think, 3 times last year, and I think it worked, but you have to do proper research into the rookie, I think, to do that sort of stuff. So I know Clark's going to come back, but I'm thinking that's what we do. Yeah, I think Scrimshaw plays against Melbourne. I think when Hawthorn lose the clearance is bad. I'm just assuming. I think that's when Scrimshaw scores a bit. So I think that will happen against Melbourne. But we'll see. I'm not too sure. But we'll get in Hayes this week and maybe Ainsworth. Talk about him after. So just quickly to the agenda. Oh yeah, next week we'll get in Jake Lloyd. Okay, so first guy I'll talk about is Laird. So he played pretty well on the weekend. Probably his best game for the season. So basically what's happened, I think the reason why he scored well is because so Miller is injured, but Miller played forward and mid last week. And what happened was Bryce Gibbs went in, played at halfback, and then Gibbs was out, a late out for the Crows. So that freed up Smith and Laird. I think they just played Mccray down back, and he gets like 15 touches a game. So that freed up Smith and Laird a bit. I think Gibbs comes back in next week and probably goes to halfback because he seems pretty cooked at the moment to play midfield. See what happens. But yeah, I still think Laird probably like 100 average from him now. I'm thinking. But yeah, I expect Gibbs to share points with him at halfback next week. But it's possible, it's not guaranteed, but yeah, just something to be wary of. But he's 530k, so get him in if you want. Now the next two I want to talk about is Tom Hawkins, a bit of a pod, averaged 100 last year, and Tim Kelly. Basically, we know what both these guys can do. So just looking at their fixture, I think Geelong play Essendon. Then the next 4 weeks they play pretty much bottom teams. So, and Geelong have been thrashing a few teams lately as well. So I don't mind Hawkins as a pod if you want to go for it. Bit difficult if you've got Heaney and Dangerfield already, if you want to get both. But yeah, definitely if you want to go for Kelly, you can go for him. Or Hawkins as well, because he is capable of those massive 150 scores, I think. And with Geelong playing even better, I think it's even more likely. So I don't mind if you want to go for Hawkins, so that's fine. So yeah, on those two, I would get one of them within the next 2 weeks because of the Geelong fixture. So now Whitfield, obviously you hold him. If it's probably like a 1 week thing. Maybe he plays. I'm not sure. See what happens during the week. But yeah, his break even's 200, so he's gonna drop a lot. If he scores 100 this week, he will drop 50k. So yeah, and yeah, Jack Mccray, just quickly get him in if you want. Maybe in 1 or 2 weeks, not this week. His break evens, I think it's 170. Yeah, 175. So yeah, big fan of Mccray. We know what he can do. So yeah, now Libba as well. I would hold Libba. Not much reason to trade him just yet. Played really well. I think he's still like a top 15 mid. So yeah, don't panic too much on Libba. Give him another 2 weeks maybe. But yeah, should be fine. Just because he didn't have a full preseason like everyone else because of his ACL. So on a modified program. So that can affect him as he goes deeper into the season. And Nat Fyfe again. So Nat Fyfe is probably bottomed out this week. 564k, I believe. Another one to get in if you want. If you didn't start Fyfe, remember you probably didn't start him because you thought he was going to get injured. There's still 15, 16 games to go. I think. Something like that anyway. So there is always that problem with Fyfe. So yeah, get him in if you want. This would be the week to do it. I wouldn't be trading Constable or Walsh to them. Definitely not Walsh, but I wouldn't be trading Constable to him. So yeah, he's bottomed out at a difficult time, I think. It's kind of hard to upgrade a mid at the moment. Maybe if you have Butters on field, you can go Butters to Fyfe. But yeah. So yeah, endorse the Fyfe pick, but yeah, just be wary of his injury proneness. Now the rookies. Will Hayes is mature age. Played okay, kicked a goal. I think he's averaging about 17, 18 touches. I think he holds his spot. His job security is not fantastic, but there really is no one else at the moment. So I think if you want to get Hayes in, you can, but not a must-have. I think he's put up big numbers in the VFL, but working really hard, lots of pressure acts. So based on that, I think he holds his spot. Now Young from the Dogs, I think 120k defender. No for me. Job security is very bad, so no, and he didn't score much. The next guy I'll talk about is Answorth. So I've done a little bit of homework on him just before. So he was overlooked in the 2017 draft because he fractured his back, and then in 2018 he was drafted at pick 55. So I think he's almost 20 years old. So he's got a year up on the other younger draftees. So not mature age, but a little more mature in the body, I guess. Looks like he's definitely his body's AFL ready. Plays off the halfback, and he came in for, I think it's Robin something from Brisbane, who didn't play well at halfback, I think. I'm not exactly sure, but I know he came in for that Robin guy. He had a decent debut, not a fantastic one, but a good one. He was playing in a 8-goal win. So I'm going to go early on him, maybe. Depends if we get Rotham or not. West Coast might need to make some changes, but there is a risk going early on rookies. But who cares, right? It might work out. So yeah, screw. I think I'm just going to do it. I think I need to do it for next week to get Lloyd in. So yeah, we'll see what happens during the week. But I highly doubt he loses his spot. So yeah, bit risky, but whatever. And then the final two, Corbett and Larkey. So I don't like Corbett as a pick because Gold Coast fixture is pretty brutal from here on out. So good player, no doubt, but key forward in at Gold Coast with a difficult fixture, recipe for disaster. So okay pick for a long term, but yeah, not going to make much in the short term. I'm just guessing based on what I just said. And finally, Larkey played okay. I think he kicked 3 goals for North. North have to play youth, so I like this pick a little bit better. And North's fixture is, I think they play Carlton this week. I think, yep. So his fixture is a little bit better the next few weeks as well. So I like Larkey over Corbett for the time being, but I wouldn't bring in either of them early. Or you could if you wanted, but I think both of them will keep playing. So, but yeah, anyway. Thanks for watching the video. That's all from me. And yeah, might do something in the midweek, probably. So anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you guys soon.